Hi, I'm here with Paulina and I'm doing the 7 categories of otherness interview. So I'm going to start by talking about her ethnicity and her religious background. So when and where were you born?
I was born June 16th in Denver, Colorado.
And where was your family born?
Guanajuato, Mexico.
Have you been there, back to visit there?
Yeah, we usually try and go during Christmas break, and we'll stay from Christmas to New Year's and then come back.
How is Mexico different from America?
It's different as a community because when you go out, there's not someone that you don't know. Like, everyone knows you and you just know everyone. It's a really close community and it's smaller in a sense. Like, it's not just because of the community knowing everyone, everyone knowing each other, but the towns that you stay in are small, and everything is walking distance pretty much, and it's really nice. They're people always know what's going on.
So since you are 16, I know they have the tradition of the quinceañera, so can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my family and I went back to Mexico to celebrate my quinceañera in December last year, and the quinceañera just represents the growing up of a girl, symbolizing she's becoming a woman in a sense, but a girl also has a church, like a mass sort of for herself. And my priest was telling me it's not just representing you growing up, it's also you taking more responsibilities, but also know that you're not an adult yet. You are still a child growing up, so make sure you're slowing down, still being a child, but just know you're making decisions for your future.
Since you are your family is from Mexico and you're Mexican, would you kind of consider yourself a minority here?
I don't really consider myself as one, but I can see how some families are seen as minorities. I've never really seen my family treated as a minority or witnessed it.
So you've never felt personally you've been treated like that?
No, not me. Or I don't think my family has either.
Would you feel like you would be a different person if you lived in Mexico and grew up in Mexico?
I would, because in Mexico it's so carefree and you're not used to seeing as much as you are here. In Mexico, when I went to visit, my aunt lets us stay at her house, and it is just daily life is so different. You can't just wake up and go to the shower. If you want to, you had to wake up, turn the boiler on to warm the water, and you eat, and then you go take a shower. Then you make sure you turn off the boiler, because then something can happen to the house. It could warm up too much.
It could burn down.
Yeah. And just everyone is so carefree and different. They're not worried about what others are really thinking. They're just worried about bringing something home to their family, making sure they have something. And I think that is so different from here, because we're so caught up in what is this person gonna think, or what are the neighbors gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
And over there they're just oh, I'm just bringing this for my family, I'm doing this for my family, pretty much.
So would you rather, if you had a choice, would you rather live here in America or in Mexico?
I don't know if I'd be able to do the big switch of living in Mexico, since it's so different than what I'm used to. I would definitely stay maybe a summer there, but a whole summer, but I don't think I'd be able to move there.
Okay, now we're just gonna switch topics a little bit and talk about your religious beliefs. So what do you believe for religion?
I'm a practicing Catholic, and I usually go to church at Our Lady of Lourdes on Sundays.
Does it make you feel different in school? Because I know Heritage doesn't have theology.
I Actually, it doesn't. Some people do ask, like, what's your religion? And I just tell them Catholic, and they ask, like, what do you believe in and everything, and then I just sort of just. Some people do understand it because there is a youth group, and it's called Young Life, and there's a lot of people that are actually participate in it. I don't, but it doesn't really, like, my religion doesn't come up as much at Heritage as it used to.
Okay. Well, I think that would be all.
Okay.
Thank you, Paulina.
You're welcome.